Hello, folks. Welcome to the Smogon Game Day for the Grand Slam Finals. This tournament started way back earlier in the spring of this year, featuring six of the modern SV tiers: Ubers, LC, UU, RU, NU, and PU. Uh, been a long number of competitions up till now. We're finally at the finals, featuring two of some of the better folks in modern SV gaming. We've got Colin, who, I think before this tournament maybe a little bit sort of under the radar, but their opponent, Mike Alderbesty, I think everybody at this point knows who Michael is. I think there isn't a format yet that Michael has picked up and not been incredibly successful at. With me for the moment, I've got Wesh Papillion and Louis Four. If you want to quickly say hi.
Hi. Uh, yeah,
Hi,
Louis can
it's
see
very
this
Nui
as well.
Lai.
Otherwise,
Anyway, yeah.
it's all online stuff. Nobody knows how to pronounce anything. But yeah, we have a lot of exciting games coming up. The Grand Slam finals, as well as throughout all the playoffs, is a best of five tournament bracket. Um,
hmm
with six formats, it does mean that there is a sort of a pick ban phase each round for the competitors to sort of choose what formats they end up playing. For this series, for the finals, the RU format was removed, so we will be seeing, if this goes to 5 games, we will be seeing PU, NU, UU, Ubers, and LC. It may not go to 5 games. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Right. I think uh, if I were a betting person, I think it seems likely to me that Michael has some level of advantage here, just based on their pedigree at this point. But I think
I
to discount Colin would be a monumentally foolish task.
I'll be honest with you. I thought the exact same thing. The first 3 rounds of competition of playoffs, I thought, man, there's no way Colin is beating Scarfirm, and then he won 3-0. I was like, well, there's no way he beats Star Master, and then he won 3-0. There's no way he's gonna beat Franco, right? And then he beat, I think, 3-1. So I think counting him out at this stage would be very foolish. I think
Certainly.
he's proven. I've known Colin for basically ever since he's joined Smogon. He was a very well. I mean, he is still maybe the best LC player of this generation. But he's really proven that I'm not just a little cup player. I can play all of these formats exceptionally well, and I'm very excited to see him play this. As for Michael, I think if he wins this, he might be in contention for one of the most successful Smogon players ever, just in terms of like individual trophies, right?
Uh, I think I think that's probably I think that's probably true if you consider sort of the range, right? I mean, I think that
hmm
there are very few folk who can claim to have won like a Smogon Masters style tournament where it's like, okay, are you good at this specific handful of old generation
Yeah,
OUs?
absolutely.
And a Smogon Grand Slam where it's like, are you good enough to keep up with, you know, uh, six different formats, all of which get regular changes? Not even including
Absolutely.
like drops and bans and stuff like that, right? We're talking just like,
hmm
this is a modern generation. You were expected to see, I mean, maybe not expected, but you would expect to see uh, consistent innovation and changes, certainly over the course of a tournament, right? I don't remember when the first open for this tournament started.
It was
There's
like in April. It was a long time ago.
there's been a lot since. Yeah.
Yeah, all of these tiers, I would say, have changed either a little bit or a lot ever since the tournament started. I would say I think LC and Ubers are almost entirely identical from what they were when the tournament started. Whereas the other 3 tiers we're going to see today have had their fair share of shakeups. I also want to point out, I think this might be like the elephant in the room, but Michael was top 8 at VGC Worlds literally last weekend, which is why we're playing this right now. Uh, so kind of a crazy achievement overall. By the way, hello, Meg.
Hello. Shoutouts, Michael. Top 8 of the world is insanio. To also go and play like Slam series, which has been what? Like when did the first Slam Cup start? It was like 2 months ago?
Yeah, April. It was
3 months
it
ago?
was a long
4
time
months
ago.
ago. Yeah. See, that's crazy. This is a tour
Yeah,
that's 4 months in the making. And then he also did the VGC thing. He's doing his thing. He's doing his thing.
and just for people at home who are wondering, like, how hard is it to be in Grand Slam finals? I kid you not, I did not qualify for playoffs. I was one win away. Just qualifying for Slam is a massive, massive undertaking. You're playing, maybe 3 to 4 to maybe 5 games a week, and literally from round one of any cup, you are facing extremely good players. There are no easy wins, and you have to, week after week beat multiple strong opponents in many different tiers. So just being in playoffs is already an achievement, but being in finals is a massive, massive undertaking. There must have been, I want to say, per week at least a few hours of prep. So over the course of
Man,
4 months.
I don't know about a few hours of well in playoffs probably, but during the regular season, honestly, it's more about the managing your fatigue than anything. Because
They,
like you mentioned, you are playing up towards kind of like 5 games a week in 5 different tiers, which are very distinct from each other. You got to find ways to keep yourself engaged. You can't get
absolutely,
bored. You can't like miss your games. You can't. You just need to be uh, kind of locked in, very disciplined with both how you
absolutely.
approach those games and how you actually play them. Can be
And then when
tough,
we say,
especially when you're one set you're
mhm,
playing with like Thwacky and like Mienfu and Volibee stuff like that.
yeah,
The next set you go to like Koraidon and freaking Giratina
absolutely,
and Arceus forms. Like the whiplash can be kind of crazy. And
it
you got to
really
do
is.
that for 5 different tiers, which is a lot of
Yeah,
tiers.
yeah. Okay, they started with
All right,
Ubers, so
Ubers.
Oh,
All
my
right, so
lens,
you're
we
let's get it. That's
you're
so
the
sad. We
expert.
can't get dang,
we
we don't
can
have
see we can see immediately a rivalry on the screen, which is the
Mhm.
most famous uh HO
yeah.
style in the Ubers, Sticky
Mhm.
Web team. Yeah, because with Sticky Webs, breakers like Coridon and Zacian will go very crazy, and you have very limited option of hazard remover. Like
Yeah,
your only legit spinner is like Terrapagos and
mm,
Defoga like your inner O, which is both slow
absolutely.
and yeah, and they are both weak to Coridon. I mean,
Now,
yeah, so
mhm,
um, the matchup looks quite tough for Michael.
yeah,
Like the speed control of Zacian and Coridon, both affected by Sticky
absolutely.
Web. Unless they bring boost on Coridon. Oh, and
I'm
SD
I'm s-
NDM immediately.
I'm thinking though, because it's Ubers, right, and Webs is such a popular playstyle, there's no way
Yeah.
Michael didn't think of it. So what do you think is like Michael, like looking at his team, what do you think is Webb's counterplay is
How
likely to
many
be?
how many people are using like heavy duty boost Coridon more
Hmm.
often? Because it's naturally fast and naturally breaking hard with SD. And also you
Hmm.
can see on the screen immediately an SD Negrozma on screen, which
Is
is
it Trick Room?
also it can be Trick Room, but it's
Hmm.
a very popular choice for people countering webs, not only because of the Trick Room set, but also there is a set called Iron Defense Carmine,
Yeah, which
which basically will own most of the HO teams without taunt.
yeah. So I'm
Yeah,
assuming he attacked into the sash. Now he's gonna set up Trick Room, right? That seems if he has it.
yeah, most likely if he has the Trick Room. But I think in this kind of team, the Trick Room NDM is not very obvious for me because like it can be like
Hmm.
just a SD Morning Sun,
That
uh,
would make sense too.
yeah, just a normal SD set to kind of make some progress with the assist of, for example, a covert card. Necrozma, which can
Mm-hmm.
basically trap Ho-Oh Sacred Fire, like you can never burn NDM, and
Yeah.
and also, for example, like Clear Amulet, which can also trap Landorus T. So
Mm-hmm.
NDM in Ubers is actually quite a lot of variety that you cannot predict
Yeah.
what
And
set
this
is
is
running.
probably just pointing the obvious out, but the Moonblast did not drop the special attack. So I mean, it's not like it's super likely to happen, but could
Yeah,
be a sign.
yeah,
Foreshadowing.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
I would
Well,
say
yeah, you said.
I think you're absolutely right. Um, I'm kind of curious though, because looking at Michael's team, you've got to assume there was some counterplay to webs that you would see coming, right? So
Yeah. So besides Boost Coridon, it can also be a very bulky Kyogre, because Kyogre in the Ubers, in SV Ubers, let's say like this, is very hard to one hit KO.
so let's see
Okay,
here. Okay, so it's not
yeah, so
Overcloak
it's
and it
for
is Trick Room.
it's Track Room. So Collins might be in a trouble here because he probably need to sacrifice like 2 to 3 months.
Yeah. Okay. So do you think this might be weakness policy, perhaps? Would that make sense
Um,
to you?
Personally, I don't like weakness policy like Rosama in this kind sort of balanced team,
I
because
yeah
it only provides a one time, well, a
yeah
boost.
one time boost.
So in Ubers, in SV Ubers, you don't need that high boost.
Mm-hmm.
So
But we we were
our
saying the same thing about okay, you were right.
yeah.
We were saying
So
the same thing about Trick Room. So I was wondering, but yeah, you're right. What is the item
so
on this then?
it can be lumbery. It can
That would make
be
sense.
some kind of resistant berry. Like the most recent one I've seen is the ghost resist berry. What's the name of
For
it?
like for Arceus and Giratina?
It's for Lunana most likely,
Oh yeah, of
because
course I'm stupid. Yeah.
yeah, because if the Cosmo doesn't bring lock off, it is hard to break over Lunana. And this Necrozma is like steps Necrozma, so it doesn't have Earthquake or
Mm-hmm.
Stone Age or something like this. Because
So it
it's
Does
has
Kyogre
premium
fall
type.
over from +2 Photon? I
yes,
feel like it
Well,
would.
this Zacian will
most
definitely
most
Yeah,
appear
that
to
did a
be
likely,
lot.
easier.
That did a ton of damage.
Yeah.
yeah. But also, you don't want to sacrifice Kyogre HP that early with opposing Corridon is
Mm-hmm.
still alive.
True.
Yeah, that is
So
true.
that's a very good start for Michael. I
I
think
would say yes.
from this stage, if Michael can get a sweat stance safely from Corridon, I think is basically the game, because it doesn't have really
Right.
it doesn't really have much, I mean, method for Collins to stop SD Corridon from this
Mm-hmm.
stage.
It goes right
Because
into the
Zacian comes in, you
Zacian.
trade damage. Okay.
Yes,
I
because
think that makes sense.
Holy, that did a lot of.
You
I
don't
did not
wanna
expect 84.
you don't wanna let anything set up, right?
yeah,
If you keep go
so
ahead.
if you keep a station here, and you can't really set up with anything,
No,
unless
yeah.
this goes unless this Arceus is like IDCM, so Iron Defense Carmine, that may
Mm-hmm.
set up. Otherwise,
Wait,
yeah,
why
I
can't you
think
set up on this? It's like you can't
you
recover
can
on everyone, right?
you can Iron Defense on this Arceus, and then
I'm
Yeah.
just
start
talking about like a
Carmine.
Calm Mind or a Swords Dance. Like, I mean, Behemoth Blade isn't going to do 100%. Okay, but you just opt to go for
It will do a good enough chunk. And there's a Ho in the back, and the Ho is very fat. Same with Arceus Fairy. So I would assume they would take a +1 like after one Calm Mind Judgment
But I'm
pretty
saying like you can just
easily.
recover on them. Like, there's nothing stopping you from Calm Mind and just
Yeah.
recovering.
Mm,
Yeah,
well,
so
yeah.
there's one very very common tactics for those and defense Carmine Mons is to
Mm-hmm.
stay at the last mon and you don't
What is
get
boots?
facing by
Mm-hmm.
any mons. So I don't know if Collins is trying to work this ways. So this is
Yeah.
also
Let's
not
talk
very
about
bucky. This is
okay.
not very bucky RCS2. So Variable is doing over 60%.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see how many he
Do we get
gets.
the
He
3?
is not
He does get
dice,
the
and he
3.
does get 3. But that does mean I think, yeah, Rain will come up here. Do you just attack this? I think. Okay.
That was a great
So
CC.
Michael
Close
just
combat.
attack, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Normally you see a low kick, right?
yeah, you see low kick because low kicks don't have those drawbacks on defense
Okay, wait,
drop.
wait, wait,
Yeah.
wait, wait.
Yeah,
That's
but
okay.
as the close combat has a higher overall killing range for
Mm-hmm.
Do you
the
keep
monster.
Koraidon here? Do you go
I would.
like
Yeah, I was gonna
follow,
say.
like sack it or get some chip and then go back to Koraidon and attack again? Blitz for the KO.
That
Personally, I don't really agree Carmine here. I would take the kill because personally,
Yeah, because this
I
opens
think
up the whole Koraidon line from that I just mentioned.
yeah,
It's like you don't have to sack this mon; you can just bring it back in and then.
and
Mhm.
call the sun again, and so you don't really need
Mhm.
to worry about Kyogre at +1 that much because under the sun, Kyogre doesn't have effective attack against Ho-Oh.
Yeah.
So
And you also cannot Terra the Koraidon anymore, so you can't even threaten to like position the Koraidon in front of Arceus Terra and try to set up. That
yeah,
line is completely gone.
yeah,
So I think if you sack Kyogre, go Koraidon, close combat, go Arceus, Michael is in a good spot. That's what I'm thinking.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Kyogre sack, not Ho-Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. You want to keep Ho-Oh for the. Yep. This makes sense. And Calm Mind again
Hmm.
is cool, but
Well,
it's like, does that really matter? I mean,
no,
Uh,
I
it
think
does
no,
not
just
no,
matter.
it
one
does.
time
It
Okay,
does not
it didn't
matter.
matter. That was
Yeah.
a Scarf Ogre. Cool.
So I
Yo,
think
Scarf
we're
Sprout Ogre. When was the last time you saw a Scarf Coyote? Well, maybe we saw it earlier
5
this tour,
seconds
but I
ago,
feel like
but
it's
the
been a
last
while.
time before that, it's been a while for sure.
yeah, it's not very common.
Yeah, no.
I love Scarf Ogre. This mon was what made me think like Black White Ubers. That's probably my favorite Ubers tier to watch of all time, and it's mostly because of Scarf Coyote.
Dodges here.
All right,
Yeah,
it's
no,
just
sure.
over.
I think this is a GG Go Next Gold Little Cup. I don't
Why would you
really
pull out
see
Little Cup? I think that's like way too ambitious. Like people will argue the whole metagaming knowledge of okay, what tier do you pick next? Does it really matter? You might have to play all of them anyway. But I always like to hold your best tier for a little later. And Colin has been
Okay.
very dominant in a lot of tiers that have not been Little Cup. So
He also has
yeah.
not lost an opening game in a set. So I get what you're saying, but he hasn't had to resort to going to Lil Cup. Mostly because his opponent haven't been forcing him to. I mean, it's obviously just speculation on our end. I think this was very cleanly played from Michael. We talked about Webb's counterplay, and I think he had his game plan locked in, ready to go, covered everything, all of his outs. I think this was, this is why maybe he's the best of all time. What do you know?
Yeah. So
Hey, best of all
basically,
time is kind of
yeah.
that's
but
maybe a bit of a stretch, but
has anyone else made top 8 of Worlds 3 years in a row and also won Slam? I don't think so.
Yeah. I'm actually quite surprised of the standard Rival B from Collins because I would think it was a scuff, so you can track your scuff to NDM at the first turn 1 and
Yeah.
the situation will completely turn over. But yeah, I'm actually quite surprised with that standard focus SB.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Choice Scuff B is actually quite common before, and people now is like 50-50 on whether it should be Sass or Scuff.
Yeah,
Oh,
they,
I
they went
see.
to PU
Okay.
next. Also, Choice Scarf
PU.
B is very epic because I love the Glamora interactions. You can like
Yeah.
break that thing and then get webs up and then like Terra Steel or not Terra Steel. Then you can go into like a Steel type. It's very epic. I love it.
Yeah, because the Grimoire will spin before you webs, so that's a very good interaction indeed.
This is going to be a very aggressive game. I think I see very threatening Pokemon on both sides, and other than they both have their grounds, of course. I want to say I like Colin's matchup just a little more because he has a Mudbray in not Mudbray, Mudsdale into Palmot, which is a lot better than Rhydon into Palmot for obvious reasons. And the Bruxus is also quite scary, but in these sorts of like high-paced matchup, momentum is going to be everything. So absolutely nothing is decided on matchup in this game. I think this is
I mean, this
well
matchup
within
looks very
balance.
similar. I mean, if you just look at a raw Mon by Mon comparison, it's like they have like 4 of the same Mons. Both have a bomb, both have
Yeah.
Palmot. Mudsdale and Rhydon is basically the same guy.
Well, they would be if it weren't for the fact that there's Palmots on both sides. I think
You
for
have
this
your
matchup,
I
specifically-
don't rate that too highly because it's like yes, you can't switch it into close combat so easily, but you have a Glowbro, so it's like close combat isn't even a very easy click to have because Glowbro can come in
Yeah,
and both
no.
sides hate Glowbro.
for
Like,
sure.
Like if you look at
But-
Glowbro on both sides, I mean, if you have Surf, you have Poison move. I mean that just eviscerates. Like there's
Yeah,
Alon
No,
has
I-
better counterplay into that with Frostmoth, but if it's Shell
I
Sidearm,
get
I
what you
mean,
mean. But
yeah.
the Glowbros will take damage for sure. They won't be squeaky clean for long.
So, is that a favorable leech matchup for Michael?
Oh,
Because-
my lands. Okay.
Ooh, let's see.
Oh,
Relax
Ooh,
right
wow,
away
that's
from MDB
strong.
reading that muddy. It's also not Helmet Mudsdale, which is very
Yeah, it's less
unfortunate.
liquid.
And is that banded Ambipom? That dude did
That is
18% on my
almost
lands.
certainly I mean, come on. There's no way that's not banded. Have you
Yeah.
seen that damage? That's great. So
Yeah, dude, I mean, it's 67%. That through stamina, that has to be banded. Which means you can just click it again and say, I think I don't
Yeah.
care.
Your Bruxish is not an ice resist. I mean it.
The Bruxus also swapped out, so I don't. That either tells me it's not Scarf or okay, that also real. Body press.
Body press is
Nope,
here.
and
Oh,
Ambipom
that's
disappears.
really
we
unfortunate.
see- yeah.
But
Happens,
that's-
happens.
that's the triple
We
axle.
Could you have
line.
saved that? Probably.
It's your extra.
But I mean the allure of just blowing up Mudsdale and then you have free double shocks forever from Palmot is. I mean that's really
yeah,
really enticing.
You still
probably
get
that's not that unacceptable for Michael. Like you already take down Mustel for that much of HP.
yeah. It is
So,
still good value in the long run. I agree.
Yeah.
I mean I definitely would have just taken having the Ambipom is especially since we know it's banded now. I mean that I feel like that mon just did so much. I guess it would have depended if it had a normal stab or not. But I mean look at banded double edge versus this team. I mean it goes insaneo.
I think it would have definitely been very good to have. But it's not. You're not like this is unplayable now that I have missed triple axle. Is what? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not it's not the end of the world, but like Michael, you just probably need to think another game plan for the game.
It's not the
Yeah.
end of the world. I mean, Michael is definitely in a little more forcing position. Like, for example, I think you have to go Slowbro here. Like, you could
I
go
agree with you.
Decidueye, but, like, not really. This Mudsdale's at +3, it's at 40%. I mean, you're just going to explode to a body press. Unless you want to try triple arrows, like, nonsense, and be like, crit, flinch, crit, flinch. You could do that. But Glowbro, I mean, that's like your only other guy who can
That's-
even force this out. Everyone else just gets exploded by body press. So,
Nothing else. Not even close. Yeah. I mean,
okay,
when
I
you only
imagine
have
we
one
see
player.
Alan throw out a Frostmoth here. Maybe not, though. If this is like Plotbro. Would it be Plotbro on this team? There's no shot it's Plotbro on this team, right?
You need some sort of like defensive.
It's probably like AV. AV helmet. I could see helmet. I could also see AV. Kind of depends on what the his UI is and the ride-on.
Yeah, if it's like I feel like this is
Yeah, Glow Arrow is just the catch-all. It does look like it's AV pulled out psychic.
Well, just wondering if this Muscadel is like Terra Steel or something. Is that immediately explosion for Michael just now? Like a +3 Muscadel?
Uh,
I mean, if
well,
if you go CC, you psychic, maybe. I mean, you leave yourself open to Palmont and Decidueye, both can hit you, and Rhydon. They all can
Yeah.
hit you for super effective, and then
Right.
but
Yeah,
just
no,
taking a Mon at that point, being up 2 Mons, I mean, that might be worth it. Acid Spray is very cool.
Acid Spray is very cool.
I don't think this can actually like do anything about Acid Spray, but yeah, cool.
Yeah, Mudsdale is back in. Just goes for
It
the
doesn't
knock.
matter.
It won't 2-hit KO, not even close. And okay.
Oh,
Parting shot, nice. What, Rhydon or Decidueye? Since actually, this is very interesting. The Bombird was rocks, which means this Rhydon is definitely Double Dance. That can just I mean, that probably just wins.
decimate,
Like
for sure.
if you get it in on
A Bombardier. Okay, so now
I'm trying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this one's
probably
on.
Bombird. It would probably be Bombird. That would be who you set up on.
Or you can Terra like poison on Palmot. That would also
Ice
be
Punch,
a
cool. Spike Orb.
point of entry.
Bruxish comes in.
Okay,
Okay, so this guy is
probably
definitely Scarf. So why
Yeah, and then-
didn't you flip turn on turn? Okay, it's Strong Jaw, right?
He probably didn't know it was fake out. So you
Well,
don't
I mean,
want it.
you kind of just
fake out.
assume it's fake out, but I'm just assuming it was Strong Jaw. Because if it was Dazzling, you have no reason not to flip turn there. And some of these guys do run Dazzling just to turn off all sorts of like Sucker Punch mind games and stuff like that. But yeah, no, Strong Jaw just gives you a big hurt. This is also going to hurt somebody like real bad. Oh, it just goes for U-turn. Fair enough.
Just
It's
a U-turn?
trying to read the Slowbro coming in.
What do you go into now if you're Michael? Because this is a kind of an interesting dilemma, I think. Because you could go Glowbro and try to like if Colin wants to trade.
Button, not AV. That's interesting. What are your 4 attacks on this? Or is it 3 attacks plus slack off probably? That's neat. Frostmouth comes in, makes sense. Rhydon comes in.
Okay.
This is not a guy actually, because you could get Stun Sport and that might be a little sussy, or just Ice Beam Draw. Like that obviously will be 1000%. If you Terra into like a
no, I'm just thinking, is there any chance that Terra will pop up here?
I want to say no.
If it's T-Poison, I don't think so. I don't think
feel like
so.
you wanna
because you can get
keep
Stun
this for
Sport
later.
and then like Ice Beamed and nonsense happens. Like Bombird
this-
can come in, knock you off. Bruxish can come in and Sci-Fangs you.
Mhm.
But if
the
you're like
top-
Terra Water, or maybe like I don't know. I mean, if this is like Terra Electric, Terra Normal.
What?
Oh, Terra Normal.
Okay.
Well, that's fast.
Oh, whoa! What the? Oh, sorry. What the hell?
I mean,
is this?
Bruxish is also very slow. This could just be a max speed Rhydon and, I'm sorry, not Bruxish, Frostmoth. That could just be like a no speed Frostmoth, and this is max speed Rhydon. Like it's.
Yeah, but still is very fast, Rhydon.
I mean, it's offensive. It's gonna be like Double Dance, I think, unless it's like Scarf. If this is Scarf Rhydon, I mean, he's on something else, but
This is Carf Rhydon. I think. Yeah.
if you call it Brox,
I feel like
For
it
what?
kind of has to be Evio. Anything else kind of feels like it would be a
wait,
throw.
why would you go Broxis? You can't.
You don't threaten
Sci-Fangs,
this,
can you?
right?
I mean, you could Wave Crash, but like,
It won't do that much. It's Rhydon.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
it's Rhydon.
okay.
Yeah, interesting to
Okay, I
note
get it.
that.
So he just wanted to put it in range of CC. That yeah. I mean, you
So
just
the
save
plan
this.
is-
I mean, you have an entire Glowbro with no item. I mean, what I'm not gonna do about that.
Yeah. So the plan is to win speed type.
Mm,
Win speed tie with who?
the
So
Palmot.
like Palmot
Eventually.
versus Palmot.
Yeah. No, I see what. I feel
Wait,
like
I don't. Wait, what? Why would Palmot need to? I mean, there's a whole Globro. I mean, you just go
there
Globro.
is a whole Globro for now. Yeah, I think this is just gonna be like a what's it called, double shock.
'Cause listen, you have to CC here. Anything else, and if you lose Palmot, I mean, that's
CC.
that
Yeah.
I don't think you can win. And if you CC in a Globro, I mean, you also kind of, and that also kind of sucks, right? Because then you have to eat a hit.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Because I think even if you double shock and Michael glows Globro, you don't threaten the Globro and then you're forced to pivot around it, and then Michael can threaten like a double to ride on, a double to um.
Okay.
Okay,
He
yeah.
did make the read. He went for the double shock. Good play from
Should
Michael,
be
mid
mock
grounding into the
range.
Decidueye. Is this Scarf? Is this Mock Punch?
I think
So
it
many
is Scarf
things.
and it is Mock Punch. I would say yes to both of these questions. Oh,
Okay, it was
well,
not
I was
Scarf.
wrong.
I mean,
So,
Globro can come in here, I'm pretty sure. Unless this is like the world's least physically defensive Globro. I mean, it should tank a hit.
yeah. Worst case scenario, you can always go for the speed tie.
It is, yeah.
Mhm.
So I think it's important to mention. I think Collins Globro, it would let Rhydon in like one last time, and the Rhydon, you don't want to be attacked by Rhydon. Like at
Yeah.
all.
Maybe it's banded Rhydon or something. Like, I don't
Are you sure?
I don't know.
I
Well,
don't
no,
know.
how much did
my-
Saifangs do?
I
Saifangs
like
did
40
46%.
something.
This is very easily calculable.
Scarf. You figured that one out. Goes for press, so I mean that confirms it does have like some or a lot.
Okay,
Probably
it's not Eviolite. So I think it is banded.
banded. I mean that would make sense to me, right? Because it,
There's
you
also
know, we
no
saw how much
speed
that did.
control on this team. Would you be Scarf? I don't
Oh
know.
damn, that's a free knock right here. This is
I
Yeah.
mean, I'd Brave Bird. I want to Bombird comes in. You want to double down and then get. Okay, that's
Well,
fine.
But if this is a ban Rhydon, so Michael basically bring 2 bans. Right.
Yes,
yes.
that Ambipom was definitely banned. I mean, the
Wow.
Rhydon
Yeah,
doesn't
Ambipom-
have to be banned. All we know it's not Eviolite. That Saifangs did too
yeah.
much.
Okay. Damn. Okay, Michael.
It's fine. I mean, Globro comes in.
I would have just sacked the Bombardier, but this is yeah. I feel like you kind of keep the Palmot. You don't really have to
Yeah, I
throw it
feel
out.
like Brave Bird was fine there, right? Because it's like, maybe not. Who knows?
Yeah, yeah. So you keep this sludge. Just kind of work this Slowbro war. Collins is a lot more specially defensive, so
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I think you want to keep the Slowbro at, basically full.
yeah.
So
full
Palmot
whip
can never
again.
blow you up with what's it called? Double shock. Because like right now,
Yeah.
if you swapped out and swap back in, you're in range of double shock, and then it's kind of
Really?
sussy if
Yeah.
Yeah.
Attacks the bomb.
But like, yes, you get a
Bomb.
KO here, but then it's kind of looks crazy afterwards.
I think this is I mean, you pick one here with double edge, and
Yeah, I got to imagine it's Bombird that gets banned. I mean, you could probably throw out Glowbro too. Maybe Bombird has like Sucker or something, and you want to keep that. I don't know.
I feel like you almost certainly. I feel like it's kind of like pick your poison. You don't want to sack any of these guys.
Well, actually, you know what? Maybe it isn't.
I mean, yeah.
Maybe it is still Eviolite right on, and it was just like Adamant Bruxish. That could also be valid. I don't think you really need the speed
Rhydon?
on Scar. I think you're still
yeah.
faster than Florges, which is the next fastest Scarfer you would have to be concerned about. Okay, but like, yeah. See, here, this is like kind of weird because it's like, if you go Glowbro.
Yeah. There
Well,
might be a
actually,
speed
wait,
try
hold on.
game. But this
You
Glowbro
could
does have
Life Orb stall.
Correct.
It's only 4 hits.
Yeah, I mean what's the item on the Glowbro? On Michael's Glowbro.
It was eject button. It's no longer eject button.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, that guy, DC plus double shock would blow him up. But Palmot only has 4 hits left.
Yeah, I mean, you also got to keep in mind that we didn't know the
Oh wait, no, it's not even 50-50. You just double shock here, right? This is Rockhead, not Lightning Rod. Oops.
Yeah, no, but I think for Michael, right, you would sack the Glowbro, and then we don't know if Colin's Palmot has Mock. He didn't go for it when there was a potentially Scarf the Decidueye range. Not that it really matters, because obviously Michael's Palmot is a lot healthier, but it would force a pretty tricky situation where you take Life Orb here, you're gonna take another round, and after Rocks, if you switch out to Mock, you only get one more attack. So
Can't see, like, you can't. Okay. Now you go Palmot. Is MDB's Palmot Mock Punch? Because I don't think MDB's Palmot is in range of Colin's Mock.
yeah,
Definitely, the other way around definitely is true.
for that, I mean, for sure. And after a
Mock
round
Punch
of
37 to
Rocks,
44.
Palmot would only have one more attack.
Is that 50-50?
Depends on their movesets.
If both, okay, if one of them, if MDB is Mock, I don't think it's a 50-50. If he's not, yeah, you just speed tie gaming. But he is Mock. Okay, game's over.
Yeah. Because the Rhydon definitely one-shots this slow bro every day of the week. And so does this Palmot. Yeah.
Palmot hits for crazy, bro. I mean, yeah, you saw that
Damn.
Colin's Palmot do like 64. Like, that's what I'm saying. You needed that Glober, like, mad healthy.
Another.
But it did not matter because, you know, MDB had the Mock Punch, technology.
So not 2-0 to MDB?
I will say
okay,
another
now
very...
if I'm Colin, now I go to Little Cup and I'm like, okay, enough gaming, enough playing around. I need a win on the table.
I will say though, another very well played game by Michael. You know, he missed that triple axle in the beginning and really brought it back. Like,
yeah,
just a consistent, very solid place. And I want to say very not off meta team, but a very surprising team. He definitely, you know, is playing with Colin's expectations of what his Pokemon would be. You know, it's Choice Band Ambipom, Terra Normal Rhydon. These are not like, I mean, Choice Band Ambipom is something, but I think this is my first time seeing Terra Normal Rhydon like this. And to see it come out.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things on this team that are very interesting. The eject button Glober, you don't see that a ton, but it makes sense trying to get in your big banded breakers, which I'm just assuming.
Yeah.
Well, nah. Rhydon probably wasn't. It never clicked Double Edge, and it never clicked anything besides Double Edge, and it never clicked it on Amon, and it wouldn't have KO'd anyway. Like, we just couldn't know what the item is.
All right, you.
No Lil Cup.
I'm
surprised by no Lil Cup. But I know, you know, Colin is pretty good at UU, but I mean, he's also pretty good at PU and Ubers.
There's a belly bolt on this team. That's pretty fun. You see that sometimes.
Yeah, belly bolt.
Not a ton.
And to no Tornadus is probably one of the most matchups of underused I've seen in a while. But I've got to say I like Michael's low kicks in this matchup. I feel like it forces Terra's, or even when you Terra, low kicks is still kind of a pain to deal with. It looks threatening, is what I'm trying to say, especially if you can chip the belly bolt.
Yeah, which I don't think that should be too hard.
I don't think that will be too hard. It's not like it regenerates. It has to manually heal, and it is a slow pivot, so it will be chipped.
I'm just trying to think about guys you'd want to send Belly Bolt in on. And besides, realistically, besides low kicks, it's not really a lot. Like, you don't want to switch Belly Bolt hard into like Greninja or Latios or stuff like that. But maybe Ogerpon, that could be valid.
I was
Loom
gonna say
that's cool.
Ogerpon, but Ogerpon, his stab is not a contact move, which does work against Belly Bolt if it's trying to static anything.
Body Heat Trend, punish with one time, no punish.
Ooh.
Oh, and the miss, no. Okay, I mean
Michael's not
Keldeo's big
having-
threat. Check this out, man. This Keldeo's big threat. Oh, this Keldeo's big threat. Except that did not a lot of damage. Wow, that Latios really ate that up.
Yeah. And not having a bulky pivot like on Michael's team is very interesting for this metagame. You normally, you see like a bunch of tornadoes. A lot of tornadoes, or Rotoms, or
Slowkings,
whatnot.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Slowking.
That being said, it's like, full tilt offense is very good in this tier. So
yeah,
this is not exactly a full tilt offense. You do have like a Don fan.
Yeah, it's not like
Heatran and
hyper
stuff, but
often. You are using like your typing. Like this team does want to
speaking of,
switch.
Don fan coming in. Not lefties.
Yeah.
That's neat. Boots maybe, perhaps helmet. I'm sure.
Would make.
I mean, that is your
Boots
removal
would-
guy, so I mean, Boots kind of does make sense.
Ooh, huge
Re-
roll.
re- You just hard it
Wow.
into your Latios. Okay.
Huge
Yeah, I
roll.
feel. Yeah, Michael
Okay.
definitely has a very good sense of what Colin wants to do in these games.
Since-
kind of feels.
This mon came in. This tells me I think it's like Scarf Zarude. Because otherwise, why would you not go into Zarude? But I don't know what that means. If that's good or not for Colin. Scarf Zarude. It means probably not. I mean, Ogerpon's still faster than you if you Terras. I mean, Heatran doesn't really care. Non-fan, I mean, it doesn't kind of change what...
Yeah, but I'm also curious why Colin switch out, because like yes, Excalibur is weak to Earthquake, but you also take down Dovan to a very low health, which I think is quite valuable given.
Well, I would
given,
ask you to look at this. If you put your thumb over Excadrill, and then you look at Latios, fucking Draco, like what do you do?
Just goes for the trade.
You have
here.
Tornatus, right? You have Tornatus, right? So Draco should be very, very hard to take, right?
It kind of depends on the Latios. Well, actually, it couldn't even
Latios
not
is
even
pretty
be Draco.
bulky,
It could be
so-
Calm Mind.
Yeah, I mean, we see it was very bulky with Recover. It's a very fat Latios, so
Yeah.
Actually,
Now-
it probably is Calm Mind. Maybe you could
I
throw...
think
No.
probably.
If you're Calm Mind, I feel like you want the Excadrill even more.
I see.
It's
Okay.
basically you just want drill for Latios, I think. I think that's like you don't want to sack your steel type right now. Also, is this like AV? Or did Surf just bounce it? Does Surf normally only do 44%? That's crazy.
That feels like AV damage, considering he hasn't clicked rocks, and the heat. Well, we know the Heatran is the rocker, right? So
Yeah.
I'm thinking it
Oh, that
has
is
to
AV
be
as heck. That's AV as heck, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It makes sense on the team
Drill
too.
come in, Latios do the thing. Drill is rocks, that makes sense.
Big
Luster Purge,
like
cool.
20% damage with the Luster Purge. Wait, what?
Oh,
Oh,
it's
that's
ability
that-
shield. That's oh my
Yeah,
lands.
that's
Oh my
ability
lands. It's
shield,
ability
yeah.
shield. It's ability shield.
I blanked for a moment there. That's really, yeah.
You
I
don't
feel
see
like
that
every
well, normally you see that on
Rotom,
like Rotom.
yeah, not on
Latios.
Latios.
Body is a madness. Did you Rapid Spin here?
Yeah.
Rapid Spin here like an animal, Colin. Do it. Do it. He's not
If it's
staying
been
there.
and then Iron Head flinch the Latios.
I mean, you don't even need the Iron Head flinch, and Latios just can't. Oh wait, whoa.
Well, I mean,
Could
you,
he not be Iron Head? Yo, he's definitely just. Oh my lands, he's not Iron Head. He's not, or he's not Spin. It's one or the other. I can't tell which. One or the other.
Yeah,
Oh my God, Michael, he called him out. He got the call out. It's coming in Zarude. All right.
Yeah, I will say if you're calling here, this
Okay, it's lefty
is
Zarude. So why didn't you go this on the Donphan then? I thought you wanted to preserve a scarf or something, but like no, you maybe he just thought Lottie wasn't worth it. With like a Heatran and a Greninja and a Lokix. That makes sense to me. That makes sense too. Yeah. Lottie comes in. Okay, can we get a spin, please?
Ironhead. Yeah, he does
Can
have
he really not
Ironhead.
spin? Is he not spin, bro?
There's no way he's not
Okay, he is
on.
spin.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
All right. So,
Now
so
we're
it's-
cooking.
now we're speaking, right?
Now, yeah. I mean, now we have vision.
Okay, go Heatran on the
Yeah.
button. Come on, MDB. You know you want to.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Terrace
That's
cool.
a good heads up by Colin. Michael is obviously going to keep his ability
U-turn?
shield.
U-turn here?
You don't want to.
Yes. Nice Keldeo answers. Haha, nice Keldeo answers.
Yeah. So now this Sacred Sword is just kind of killing anything, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you just go.
The Donphan makes sense.
Unfortunately, this Latios still is owning.
Yeah.
But
It is, but there's you can navigate yourself into a pick with Sacred Sword. So there is hope. There's hope this game.
Yeah, and
oh wow,
nice.
they just went for it.
yeah.
And
Okay,
a
it's Focus
Focus
Blast. So it's
Blast.
not secret. This boots Keldeo? Is that what this is? Probably, right? Yeah.
Yeah, or maybe it's something.
You're not choice locked. You're not like lefties. You're not CM.
Maybe
You're not none of that.
Yeah, and because it's not Terra Electric, I'm thinking it's not Expert Belt either.
Arrows have been traded. So Fastmon on the field is guaranteed. Greninja forever. Greninja comes in. Dark Pulse probably KOs. Oh wait, your minus Spadef. How did you? Where did the minus Spadef come from? Oh, the
Luster.
The Luster Punch.
I forget that move can do that.
Yeah, this Greninja is kind of an issue now that Keldeo is no longer a water resist, so kind of a.
I mean, you always have Zarude, which is big money, but Belly Bolt first, cool.
Oh, it does.
What a. Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah. I mean, Greninja can surf into Ice Beam D Zarude because I on this kind of team I feel like it would always be like 3 attack protect.
Ogre Pond.
Ogre Pond is not boots.
And maybe banded. I'm sure.
Probably banded. I mean, I can't really think of. If you U-turn here and Michael sends
Okay,
out
this turn is
Heatran,
clicked U-turn 5 times versus like everybody.
Yeah.
Will he do it for the 6th time?
I think
yeah, he
so.
did it for the 6th time. All right, Keldeo, pick one. Pick one.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the issue though. You have to hit Focus Blast to get a true pick one. Because otherwise, Surf, you can maybe like finesse something with Ogre Pond.
You don't.
Oh my, he just went hard Ogre Pond. Okay.
No, that's fair. That's fair. I think Colin does have resources now that now that he sniped Deladios, he does have like a lot more leeway.
What, just torn here on the. That does not look bad. Is it Scarf? Maybe it's. No.
Scarf on Grass makes very little sense to me because you can always get the speed boost if you really need it.
What item are you? Oh, you're Lumberry. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
I can't say I've seen that before. That Magma Miss is tough because now, yeah.
I think you're a little bit
ahead
of us, by the way.
Or whatever, but
on the live broadcast.
Flinch for the one time. For the one time. Okay, there we go. Flinch for the 2 time. For the 2 time.
I feel like you're a bit ahead of us. So Keld, Ogre Pond. Does this have Vacuum Wave?
All right.
Yeah, I think this is over, right?
Just hit all the moves and then the game should be over.
I mean, you'd have to hit dumb move.
So we expect that LC game is coming.
No, right?
Would Michael their
Well,
best go to LC? That
would
could be
Michael
some
the
sort
best
of
go
power
to
flex.
LC? That would be a flex for sure. Um,
I would love
NU,
that
I
confidence
feel like
pick. Personally, yeah, that would be great.
yeah. I mean, you're gonna have to win one of these, right? And it's gonna be one of NU or LC, so it doesn't really matter the order you go into. But I would say I would rather go into a game 5 that is NU having just lost the Lil Cup than going into game 5 Lil Cup having lost NU, if I'm Michael. I think that makes sense to me.
I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Because if it comes down to the wire, I'd rather have it be on a tier that isn't my opponent's main tier and isn't Lil Cup, if I'm Michael. Like in general. Well,
I like the flexatious pick of Little Cup. Do it, Michael. Certain
I don't
confidence.
even know if it's a flex. I feel like if he wins, it can be it can be perceived as a flex, but I think it's just the correct uh the correct option.
Yeah.
And
I
it's
would
not
still
like
see it as a flexatious play, though. That would be very interesting.
that, but I choose to see it as a flex play.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh, he
yeah,
did
this
it.
little
He
cup.
did it. Yes. Well, maybe, you know, the
Oh,
objective right play, but I am choosing to think it's flexatious.
these are
It's Trapinch.
very interesting. Okay, so this is so important to note. Torchic was banned very recently, but they are still playing with Torchic. So this, seeing this from a Torchic meta lens, these are both very interesting teams. So there is no Fungus on either side.
It's a Wingull.
Which there's a
Yeah.
Wingull. Wingull into Chinchou is not ideal for Wingull. It would mean that you would be forced to Terra. Wingull being forced to Terra into a Torchic matchup is also not ideal. This Torchic, if it's Terra Ground, is also a pretty big threat before it Terras, because Terra Blast, like the normal Terra Blast, does chunk Wingull. Wingull is one of the frailest Pokemon of all time, I think. It takes like 1,000,000 damage from everything. Uh, so very minor Life Orb chip will put it in range. If it's Terra Psychic, I think it's the most threatening Pokemon ever. But if it's like Grass, it would have to chunk the Marinis somehow. Um, yeah, no Vullaby as well on Michael's end. But the Grookey here is, I don't know how I feel about Grookey in this metagame. With Torchic still in play, but it doesn't really look that great into Colin's team either, especially if the Grookey is forced to take like a U-turn for Mienfoo, it will just get trapped by a Trapinch. So that is something to keep in mind. If I'm looking at
You think it's Protect?
Protect Grookey would be very strange to me because I have not seen many Trapinch. It'd be like an insane call out. It like a call out on like a 3% usage mod. I don't know the Trapinch usage, but it's not very common. The more
I don't
common Trapper
know.
is gone.
I don't know exactly why, but in Sword Shield, no Grookey commonly runs Protect a lot.
Yeah, well,
I don't know if
in
that
Sword and
has
Shield,
carried over at all,
Trapinch,
but
no, because in Sword and Shield, like Trapinch is way more common, and there's no Gothita. So the premier
I
way of
see.
trapping has been like, yeah, Diglett and Trapinch, and they both trap like different Pokemon in that metagame. So this Glimmet kind of a suicide lead. I think he recognizes that the Glimmet will get trapped by the Trapinch, so he might as well play it like somewhat aggressively, which makes sense. I
I
think.
mean, he gets his T-Spike up. Here's the thing: both teams have double poisons, so it's not like the T-Spike will
The spikes are not going
actually
up for either player.
matter a ton. Yeah. But you could go Marini here for MDB. You could have an EVLA. Is there a reason to keep Glimmet?
Well, typically you would keep it
Fastest.
for like a Volibee check, but at this range it will just die to knockoff, and in the best case scenario for Michael, you would win a speed tie as it Brave Birds into the Glimmet, but there is still a Chinchou, so Michael is not. I don't think Colin is really clicking Brave Bird willy-nilly in this matchup anyways. Probably for now at least. But you can always keep it as a sack, because it's always an inconvenient Pokemon to kill, because it sets up T-Spikes and it really limits the options of what you want to go into.
Yeah, okay, so we do see the knock on the Marini. This is a great play. Great play by Colin.
Good play, absolutely. I think because you're faster, it probably would have. You can just knock off and. Yeah. Okay. So good heads up by Michael. It's kind of hard to pivot around Mienfoo. It very notoriously wants to U-turn. Good. Oh wow. Okay. So the knock actually beat the substitute from Mienfoo. That is very interesting. That is.
Great bird at that turn. Cool.
So yeah, this might be a speed tie here. If Colin doesn't want to risk it, he will have to take rocks once again. Yeah. Kind of like if you just win the speed tie here, cool. But if you lose the speed tie with your Volibee, that means the Wingull is kind of on its own making progress. And it probably is forced. You're probably in this matchup always going to Terra the Wingull. If I'm being honest.
I mean, here's my thing. If the Volibee goes down, then it's like Wacky is kind of actually scary then.
Yeah, I would agree. Ooh,
oh, that's a crazy mud shot. Oh yeah. What fabulous play.
What a good play.
I mean, that would have been. Yeah. Everyone would have looked at MDB funny, but oh my god, that was what a read. What a lit play.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. Yeah, knowing he won't risk the. Okay, going into Chinchou here, I feel like you want to help.
Yeah, I mean, why not? I mean, free Volt.
Yeah, well, you kind of. I mean, it is a free Volt to recover.
You go on your own.
How do you attack?
Okay, I was gonna say Marini, but that works too. You go what? Like Wacky? Maybe Torchic here? You just get a gun.
I think you probably want to go. I think the Thwackey is slightly more threatening in this.
You could even go back to Chinchou. You could go back to Chinchou and say, I'm going to click Water Move, and you can't do a thing about it.
Yeah, that seems fair as well. I think Chinchou might be... because Grookey, if it has Wood Hammer, it can click Wood Hammer, get a kill, but then it will get trapped. So... It's not like... if ever the Grookey comes out here, the Colin is the one who decides, what he will sacrifice, which is much better than being forced to lose, your whole team to Grookey, every time the Grookey comes in. Because the Grookey is genuinely dangerous, but if it ever gets in first impression range, it will kind of melt. Because for people who don't know, first impression is higher priority than Grassy Glide, so even if Grookey is much, much faster than Trapinch, first impression will always go before Grassy Glide.
I think Fimp is what? Fimp is +2 prior?
I think it is. Yeah, same as Extreme Speed. But lower than Triage.
Yes. Triage +3, and I think Protect is +5? What is Protect?
Yeah, Woodhammer does that. Okay, so I think for depending on the Terra. Okay, so yeah, that doesn't put it in range. If this Grookey, if I
This is
have my
vaguely
calc in
interesting.
front
He
of me-
went Volibee first. Like vaguely interesting. Are you Brave Birding
Yeah.
here?
Important to note as well that Trapinch trying to trap like anything is gonna be much harder with grassy terrain active. Defog, okay.
What terrain? Okay, Ice Beam full does take a lot, and now
Well, now
I'm
you
scared of
can
getting Sludge Bombed.
boost, but you have to be afraid of Sludge Bomb poisoning you.
I mean, that's
So let's see.
it's gonna happen eventually, and Sludge
Doesn't
Bomb
get
also
it
just
this time?
does a lot of damage. So, what are we doing
Yeah,
here?
there's
Yeah,
also
you just need to
not
get your
that great of a switch in from Colin on the Marini now that his Marini is gone.
yes. Got to get your damage. Like not don't play around with Sludge Bomb poisons too much or crits or whatever. Gotta get in
And
for
it's
some.
not like chunking the Marini. Like, yeah, it is low, but I
Okay,
don't
well this
think
is
that
fimpable now. You could go Trapinch and pimp this into the sun.
Are you sure? I feel like it might.
There's no
take-
Eviolite. Yeah, I mean,
It's Marini and yeah. Okay, well, you might be right. I don't have my calc in front of me, so okay. Well, now
Trapinch is
you
strong.
now
I
you
mean,
go
that guy has
Grookey.
base like what 100 attack or something. Like it.
Oh
is
wait,
a lot.
wait. There is no more poison type. So the T spikes are going up, and there's nothing Michael can really do about it.
Okay, well that is true. That is true.
So
I don't think it'll matter at this point. I think the game is going to go too fast from now on for
it's
T-Spike to
not like
be meaningful, even if it comes out. Lemmy went Mianfu over like, okay, cool. I guess he doesn't want to go like Chen Chao and have some Terra and do nonsense.
so we'll-
but like, okay, yeah,
we'll-
see,
mhm.
his Glimmet gets kicked, it explodes, and then it's just fast game. Like,
yeah, you might want to fish because if you sludge bomb into a Terra Steel subbing, that's not great.
okay.
Terra Blast?
You went Terra Blast?
No, okay. Just wants to. So, I don't know how I feel about this because now that means the
You just want to chip on Mianfu.
the
Chip on Mianfu,
Wingle.
you're willing to give it Terra for that. Is this fimpable? If this is fimpable, nope, not fimpable.
With a Violet, probably. Well, I mean, we saw earlier the Volibee do break a sub, so it might be like it very clearly has very little defense.
Mhm.
Okay, now this
You're
is
also
very...
-1 speed. I don't know if Trapinch would actually be faster than that. Probably not. Trapinch is real slow.
No, Trapinch is like bottom of the barrel speed.
Torchic comes in. What are we getting into?
If
Terra
it's Terra
Psychic?
Psychic,
Just
it's
Fire Blast
very
Raw? What are we getting into?
You have to protect first, I think. If you attack directly,
Yes.
you kind of risk.
Yep,
Oh.
never mind.
Never
MVP is
mind,
just
I
like that.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, Colin, you can't really high jump kick the Torchic. So, good catch.
Imp, little chip.
And now, actually, the Torchic does not have to Terra. It can protect on the Mianfu or just use
Yeah,
regular
this
Terra
looks
Blast.
cooked. This looks cooked. I think MDB might have just secured the chip. Bing,
Uh,
bang, boom, Terra Blast.
yeah, because the Winkle will just take regular Terra Blast damage.
You take too much.
89.
It's like you could roost here if you have that. It doesn't really matter. But now I
Yeah,
think
you
you
don't
get
have Roost.
you get Thwacky, and Thwacky. Well,
It's tricky, by the way, but yeah.
I'm sorry, Grookey.
Yeah.
I played too much. Are you? Too much. Are you?
I
Does
yeah.
that actually?
I know.
Does Grassy Glide probably doesn't to hit KO Mianfu actually? But then
Uh,
Mianfu
it-
could get the run back.
This is a full speed Mianfu. It
Yeah, but it's still Mianfu, right? Maybe if it's
Yeah, no, it
Life
is-
Orb Thwacky.
it-
we see that?
no. I think no, because if it had been Life Orb, it would have been in range of first impression way earlier. It's almost certainly a Violet. The tricky part for Michael for Colin is having to deal with like Woodhammer into Grassy Glide. And
Low key, I was also thinking, okay, what if it's Scarf Chin Chow? But I don't know. Okay, it is Scarf Chin Chow.
Right.
Okay, yeah. Wrap it up.
T-Bolt. Wait, how do you know it's Scarf?
I guess it could be not Scarf, and it just is like, okay, Wingle, eat the hit.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe
Wingle
that
is...
could open up nonsense, though. What if you, like, get Hurricane Confusion, hit yourself, and then Mienfu just wins?
Well, I mean, whatever happens here, I think the Chin Chow will take an attack from the Wingle, and the Wingle will die instantly from Life Orb. And then the Mienfu comes in, fakes it out. Then it's a speed tie, and then it's Gricky against Mienfu, against the world.
Okay, what if it is Scarf Chin Chow? Oh man, I
What
don't
if
know.
it is? Or, I don't. I mean, I've seen weirder things before. I think if you're playing, such a fast team already with Torchic and Grookey, you don't really need Scarf Chin Chow, and having flying resist, like an actual Wingle check, is always really good. It didn't really come into play in this game, but sure, they played 100
Okay, if
games
it's
of
not
this
Scarf,
matchup.
then what?
I think it
Do
could
you
be
think
just
the
like
Thwacky thing could have been a better line?
No,
Like,
no, I
Grassy
agree.
Glide.
I think Michael has it correct. I think this is the play Michael wants to go for, 100%. Because you don't want to have your Grookey in against Mienfu faking out, because you want to Woodhammer into Grassy Glide, and for that you will need like basically all the health you can afford to have on your Grookey. So you don't want to take like unnecessary poison one turn and then be forced to take fake out, and then this just kind of feels to me like the best play, I think.
I wonder what Colin's thinking about. Or wait, is it MDB thinking? Who's thinking?
Who
Both?
is thinking both? I makes sense, right? It's fan finals. You don't want to throw this. You want to make sure you're maximizing your odds, right?
Okay, it's Colin. He's the one who's thinking. Okay, it's not Scarf Chin Chow.
Oh,
The
wow.
Wingle does
Yeah.
die. You go for Scald, guarantee. Okay.
So here
Mienfu comes
Mienfu
out.
takes out. I think this is a speed tie. Oh,
Okay,
doesn't
doesn't even go for the fake out. Okay.
So I think this is just Woodhammer for
You
win.
don't even have to Woodhammer at this point, right? You can just Grassy Glide.
It's tomato at that point. I mean, you it's not like you would, miss any of those attacks.
Yeah, just T-Grass, and then
Turret Grass,
I
and
do go
that
for
is
Woodhammer.
Damn. So congrats to Michael for
All right,
winning Grand Slam.
congratulations, Cynical.
Very well played games for sure. Especially those first two games. I felt like they were like, this game too. All four games. They were very well played. Colin put up a very good fight, I think. Especially those last two games, very well played as well. But yeah, end of the day, Michael wins Grand Slam. I think that's like his third individual trophy or something. I heard some conversation about that, but crazy impressive as always seeing Michael play. And I think he deserves it. Honestly, he.
I mean, he's in rarefied air. The triple individual. He now has an OST under his belt. He is. He was the inaugural Masters winner, and now he has Slam under his belt. So very cool. Very cool stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I think that'll be it for.
Dude, he played this game crazy, bro. Did that mud shot on the Volibee turn? That was insane. Like I don't know. Maybe that's like a read that people just make, but like that looked insane, bro. What do you want me to say? That was crazy.
That's a really crazy read. Anyways,
Also
I
notable,
think that'll be.
Did he even? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was gonna say, did Colin get rocks up that game? I don't remember if he did that, but yeah, tomato. Very good stuff. Great series. And MDB takes it home.
Yeah. So that'll be it for now, for me at least. So I hope to see you guys next time, probably for some SCL. Hopefully, at least some of you will be players and not just casters. So best of luck to you guys for getting drafted, and hope to see you for more coverage down the line. See ya.
Oh, you too, Wish. You too.
All right, you too. You too. Thank
People,
you.
pick this guy up. He's amazing.
Me?
Yeah.
I'll,
Also,
yeah.
I
I
think
need
we're
to make
gonna.
a
I don't
resume.
know if we're gonna do this, but I mean, we do have the Classic Cups coming up. Or, well, I'm not coming up. They're happening, and then obviously we have playoffs and stuff. I imagine we'll do coverage of that too. So keep your eyes up for that.
Nothing.